Tonight is the first debate among 2024 Republican presidential candidates. ABC Political Director Rick Klein joins us now to discuss what we can expect from tonight's debate. Good morning, Rick. Thank you so much for your time. We know it's a busy day for you. So let me start out real quickly. Even without,
happy to be with you.
Absolutely happy you can join us. Now, Rick, even without former President Donald Trump attending tonight, it's a pretty packed stage with 8 candidates.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of people that will be competing for a limited amount of airtime, and I think the dynamics will be interesting. Obviously, Trump's the front runner, but he won't be there. Curious to see how much the moderators of the debate turn the conversation to him. The other candidates will be looking to introduce themselves, and the men in the middle happen to be the 2 youngest, and Vivek Ramaswamy and Ron DeSantis, who both of whom are a little bit less known than some of their other purported rivals out there. The people like Trump and Pence and Chris Christie, they haven't been there before in anything like this.
So former President Trump obviously is the front runner, as you just mentioned. What should the candidates do and talk about to try to stand out and try to catch up on Trump's huge lead?
There's different schools of thought on this. I mean, there's some candidates like Christie, like Asa Hutchinson, have made clear their difference of opinion with Trump, and I think they'll be pretty aggressive in pushing that. For others, they may want to kind of pretend that he's not there, which is easier when he isn't physically there. They can kind of move around him. I think for a lot of the campaigns that I've talked to, they're cognizant of the fact that most Americans are not dialed in yet to the presidential race, that this is really early. It's still the summer before Labor Day. We're months away from voting in the early states, much less where most people live. We're maybe 8-9 months away from most people actually casting ballots in this country. This is a chance to introduce themselves, and I think you'll hear a lot of kind of positive vision and just forthright statement about who people are, as opposed to the most searing attacks.
Yeah, so Republicans don't seem to mind the former president's 91 count indictment. We've seen tons of polls backing that up. But Rick, what about independents?
Yeah, look, that's a critical voting block for a general election, which of course is different than a primary. We've seen a lot of softness for Donald Trump in polls among independents for a long time now. There hasn't been a sign of that really changing, either for the better or for the worse. Clearly, though, the distractions, the legal fights, and the details of the January 6th investigation and so many others are not good for a man who's trying to make a case that he should be elected when, of course, he didn't win the election, despite what he says about it 2 years ago.
No, absolutely. ABC Political Director Rick Klein, thank you so much for your time, and have fun tonight.